Born in the tumultuous year of 1968, amid student protests and labor strikes in France, the 504 emerged as a symbol of reliability in uncertain times. Little did Peugeot know that their new model would transcend its European roots to become the king of the African road and a beloved workhorse across the globe. The story of the Peugeot 504 begins in the late 1960s. Peugeot, a French automaker with a rich history dating back to the 19th century, was looking to create a new flagship model to succeed the popular Peugeot 404. The result was the 504, a car that would go on to become one of the most successful and long-lived models in Peugeot's history. The 504 made its public debut on September 12, 1968, at the Paris Salon. However, the road to this unveiling wasn't smooth. The press launch, originally scheduled for June 1968, had to be postponed by 3 months due to the political and industrial upheaval that swept across France in May of that year. This delay set the tone for the 504's journey, a car that would face and overcome numerous challenges throughout its long production run. The initial 504 was a 4-door saloon, equipped with a sunroof and powered by a carbureted 1,796cc 4-cylinder petrol engine. This engine produced 81 horsepower using the DIN rating system, 96 horsepower with the optional fuel injection. The standard transmission was a column-mounted 4-speed manual with a 3-speed ZF3 HP12 automatic, becoming available for the carbureted engine in February 1969. The 504's design was a collaborative effort between Peugeot and the renowned Italian design house Pininfarina. Aldo Brovaroni, a talented designer at Pininfarina, was responsible for styling the sedan. The result was a car that was both elegant and functional, with clean lines and a spacious interior that would become hallmarks of the 504. The 504's design and engineering excellence didn't go unnoticed. In 1969, it was awarded the prestigious European Car of the Year title. The jury praised various aspects of the car, including its styling, quality, chassis, ride, visibility, strong engine, and refinement. This recognition set the stage for the 504's future success and helped establish it as a serious contender in the global automotive market. In March 1969, at the Salon de Geneva, Peugeot introduced 2 new variants of the 504, the 2-door coupe and the 2-door cabriolet. These models, styled by Franco Martinengo at Pininfarina, added a touch of sportiness and luxury to the 504 range. Both the coupe and cabriolet were equipped with the fuel-injected engine, producing the same 96 horsepower as in the fuel-injected saloon. However, they featured a slightly revised final drive ratio, giving them a marginally higher road speed of 20.6 miles per hour at 1,000 revolutions per minute. As the 1970s progressed, Peugeot continued to expand and refine the 504 range. In 1970, a new 4-cylinder 1,971cc engine was introduced, rated at 92 horsepower for the carbureted version and 103 horsepower for the fuel-injected variant. This year also saw the introduction of a 4-cylinder 2,112cc diesel engine, producing 64 horsepower. The diesel option would prove to be a popular choice, especially in markets where fuel efficiency was a priority. The 504 range expanded further in 1971 with the introduction of the estate version, known as the Break. This model featured a higher rear roof, lengthened wheelbase, and a solid rear axle with 4 coil springs. It was joined by the 7-seat Familiale, which had all its occupants facing forward in 3 rows of seats. There was also a more utilitarian Commerciale version, which brought back the 1.8-liter engine, now tuned down to 72 horsepower. Throughout the 1970s, Peugeot continued to refine and improve the 504. In 1973, in response to the oil crisis, Peugeot introduced the 504L, featuring a coil-sprung live rear axle and the smaller 1,796cc engine. This move demonstrated Peugeot's ability to adapt to changing market conditions and consumer demands. The second series of the 504 was introduced in August 1974, featuring subtle but significant changes. The most noticeable were the new, more flush-fitting door handles and new wheels with rectangular rather than oval openings on the GL and TI models. These updates helped keep the 504 fresh and competitive in an ever-evolving market. One of the most significant developments in the 504's history came in October 1974, when Peugeot presented a more powerful engine for the 504 Coupe and Cabriolet. This new PRV 2664 cc V6 unit was developed in collaboration with Renault and Volvo, hence the PRV designation. This engine incorporated various innovative features, including an aluminum cylinder block and a sophisticated fuel feed system. The V6-equipped 504 Coupe and Cabriolet could produce 134 horsepower, supporting a top speed of 116 miles per hour. The 504's success wasn't limited to Europe. Its robust construction, long suspension travel, high ground clearance, and torque tube drive shaft made it particularly well suited to rough road conditions. As a result, the 504 gained widespread popularity in regions with challenging terrains, including much of Africa, Latin America, and parts of Asia. In Kenya, for example, the 504 was manufactured until 2004, with a total of 27,000 units produced. The car gained such a reputation for reliability and durability that it earned the nickname King of the African Road. In Nigeria, production continued until 2006, with an impressive 425,000 units assembled using knockdown kits. The 504's success in Africa wasn't limited to private ownership. It became a common sight as a bush taxi, ferrying passengers and goods across vast distances on often poorly maintained roads. This role further cemented the 504's reputation as a tough, reliable vehicle capable of withstanding the harshest conditions. In South America, the 504 also found success. Production began in Argentina in 1969, initially by Safrar, and later taken over by Sevel Argentina in 1980. The Argentinian-produced 504 was available in sedan, estate, and pickup forms. The sedan continued to be built until 1999, with the last new cars sold in 2000. The pickup, available in single and double cab configurations with a payload of over 1 ton, was manufactured from 1983 to 1997 and was exported mainly to neighboring countries. The 504's versatility was further demonstrated by the variety of special versions produced over the years. In France, the company D'Angel produced Peugeot-approved four-wheel drive brake, estate, station wagon, and pickup models. These rugged variants found favor with various French governmental agencies, whose procurement rules required them to purchase French vehicles when possible. One of the most interesting chapters in the 504's history came in 1979 with the introduction of the 504 pickup. This model was the result of a decade-long development process to convert the 504's monocoque body into a load-carrying version. The pickup used the longer wheelbase and live rear axle of the 504 brake and was initially available with very basic specifications, including single-round headlights fitted in plastic frames shaped like the 504's distinctive cat's eyes. The 504 pickup proved to be a versatile and popular model, particularly in developing markets. It was offered with various engine options, including the 404's 1,618 cc petrol and 1,948 cc diesel engines. The pickup's cargo capacity was impressive, rated at 2,400 pounds for most versions, with models exported to Africa capable of carrying up to 2,760 pounds. The 504's influence extended beyond conventional passenger and commercial vehicles. Its robust platform and mechanical components found use in a variety of applications. In Germany, a company called B-Mobil even offered a demountable camper for the 504 pickup, weighing about 990 pounds. This demonstrates the 504's versatility and its appeal to niche markets. The 504's success wasn't limited to civilian use. It also found favor in motorsport, particularly in long-distance rallies. The car's durability and reliability made it well suited to the grueling conditions of events like the Safari Rally and the Morocco Rally. Peugeot 504 claimed victory in several World Rally Championship events, including the 1975 Safari Rally, driven by Ove Anderson and Arne Hertz, the 1975 and 1976 Morocco Rally, and the 1978 Safari Rally and Ivory Coast Rally, both won by Jean-Pierre Nicolas. These motorsport successes helped enhance the 504's reputation and contributed to its popularity in markets where tough, reliable vehicles were prized. The wins in African rallies were particularly significant, reinforcing the 504's status as a car capable of conquering the continent's challenging terrains. As the 1980s dawned, the 504's position in Peugeot's lineup began to change. The introduction of the Peugeot 505 in 1979 meant that 504 production in Europe was gradually scaled back. However, the 504 pickup was introduced in 1980 as a replacement for the 404 pickup, ensuring that the 504 name lived on in Peugeot's commercial vehicle range. The last European-made 504 passenger car rolled off the production line in 1983, marking the end of an era. By this point, more than 3 million 504 passenger cars had been produced in Europe alone, a testament to the model's enduring popularity. However, this wasn't the end of the 504 story. Production continued in various parts of the world, and the pickup version remained available in Europe until 1993. The 504's legacy lived on in other ways too. Many of its mechanical parts were shared with the 505, as well as the larger Peugeot 604 and even the Talbot Tagora. This part's commonality was a testament to the soundness of the 504's engineering and helped extend its influence beyond its own production run. The Peugeot 504's story is not just about a car, it's about how a well-designed, well-built vehicle can transcend its original purpose and become a part of the cultural fabric of entire regions. From the streets of Paris to the dusty roads of rural Africa, from Argentinian pampas to the Australian outback, the 504 left its mark on the automotive world in a way few other cars have managed.